I'm profusely elated to take an opportunity to introduce our chief guest of the day, who is the most humble yet most dynamic and most magnetic persona of IIT ISM Dhanbad. Yes, the director of IIT ISM Dhanbad, Professor Rajiv Shetty. Sir, we just can't wait to listen from you. Over to you, sir.
Akansha, thank you very much. Uh, it's a great pleasure to welcome Ms. Sadia Azim, Mr. Anirban Bhattacharya, Mr. Sashi Bhushan, Mr. Vivek Kumar, student coordinators, all the participants, both online and offline, and obviously my colleagues at IIT ISM Foundation. I just wanted to give a brief description of the things that we are doing on the innovation and product development front. All of you know IIT ISM is very well known for its mining, petroleum, and earth sciences. Along with that, we have all the departments that you have in IIT, and what we are now following is a hub and spoke model for research, where at the hub you have all of the four major departments: mining, petroleum, geology, and geophysics, and they are assisted by all the other departments in developing technology. We have our usual R&D projects, but the government of India has started a scheme called the Technology Innovation Hub, wherein they have the different IITs are responsible for development of cyber physical systems in different areas. So IIT ISM is responsible for developing cyber physical systems in mining and exploration. And the budget we have is about 110 crores. So it's not only we do projects, but we give money to other companies also to help us develop uh, cyber physical systems in mining and exploration. And in that sense, we are also, uh, in a way, vision and technology think tanks and product development. Uh, I would say product development visionaries in these two areas. And if you go to our TechSpin website, you will see the details of our activity. And this is very important for us. And as you know, exploration is a very expensive business. What we want to do is apply artificial intelligence, machine learning in accurately determining the location of ores and then accurately estimating the deposit, because unless you do the two, your mining can never be economically viable. And then if you look at mining activities uh, involve very expensive equipment like dumpers of the orders of several crores, or excavators several tens of crores, and we want to increase its utilization. So we want to develop sensors, a cyber physical system consisting of sensors, IoT, cloud, and AI-ML algorithms that will tell you, let's say, well in advance that a part in an equipment is going to fail, so that you can arrange for spares without hampering the operation. So, TechSwim is a major activity of our institute, and I request you all to get in touch with us regarding the activities of TechSwim.
Recording in progress.
IIT is a technical institute, but what is not being captured is the softer side of IIT ISM. IIT has a history of involving of student and faculty involvement in a lot of charitable activities through an institute section called Center for Societal Mission. And here, mainly through our students and faculty, for example, there is a group called Karan Jyoti consisting of all PhD students. They go and teach school children in the neighboring bastis where you have a lot of underprivileged people. We also train coach students for JEE exam as well as the Jharkhand board, and several of our the students coached, the school students coached by our PhD students have done exceedingly well. But unfortunately, uh, due to the pandemic, these activities have come to a grinding halt. Apart from education, another notable activity that we have done is, sensitizing the nearby communities, Bastis, about the importance and use of sanitary napkins. So, in a sense, promoting hygiene. And it is not only awareness, we have made it as a business model where we source the napkins, sanitary napkins, give it to one or two ladies in that area who distribute it or sell it to ladies in their bustings and make about 50 paisa per packet. So this is a model we are planning to scale also. And the moment you talk about, so this is a good example of community development. And the ACIC IIT ISF Foundation, which is organizing this event, is actually a Section 8 company. And half the funding has come from NITI Aayog, half the funding has come from IIT ISF. And we have several activities that again promote community development. So I'll give you an example. At IIT ISF, our Department of Environmental Science and Engineering came up with a machine that can very speedily convert food waste into fertilizers. And this machine has been used by a farmer, I'm forgetting the name of his organization, who uses it to make agarbattis, fertilizers, etc. from gobar and other wastes. Then the other project we have undertaken is lacquer. See, lacquer is used in many different products, and Jharkhand is one of the dominant producers of lacquer in this country. The unfortunate part is the issue is value addition. Okay, so we have two projects here. One, we are uh, we are interacting with the lacquer association and the producers at the local level to develop a machine which can efficiently strip the lacquer from the wood and then use it for other purposes. And on the other hand, we are also collaborating with the University of Hyderabad to set up a blockchain-based system so that these farmers can get greater value for their product. Another thing this ACIC is doing along with IIT ISM is, we are setting up a method for extracting oil from flowers. So a cheap method which can be effectively used, the capital cost would not be high, but again will add value to these, what should I say, people who grow flowers. And one of my favorite is, and this is a model we want to replicate, there is a company which makes power plugs. And what they do is they make the mold and they give, and the assembly is done by women sitting in their houses. Now, this is the model that we want to replicate, so women societies are able to supplement their income and improve their lifestyle. So, and finally, the major objective of ACIC IIT ISM Foundation is women empowerment. So we want to set up women entrepreneurs in businesses where the capital cost and initial investment is low. So again, things like making achar, bindi, uh, and some other idea that if you can throw us ideas, it would be very nice. So how does the industry help us? Obviously, there are two levels. On a higher level, when you are looking at industry 4.0 type technologies, please interact with us. Other ideas, please interact with IIT through Patni Research and Development. And if you want to support community development, we need number one, ideas from you and hopefully from some CSR support. Because one of the problems is that funding from the government is limited, maybe it will be for 2 or 3 years. So we want to create a sustainable model where we can continue our activities of empowering women by creating employment without getting funding from the government. So once again, I would like to thanks my heartfelt thanks to all of you for joining us in this workshop, and we look forward to getting your ideas. See, as professors, the problem is, as within IIT Kanpur, we live in very insulated societies. Our idea of the outside world is very limited. In fact, one of the real problems in innovation is that if you go, everybody says, no, what are you doing about innovation? And the person will say, we have set up an incubation center, innovation center. But if you go there, you will hardly find a novel idea. The first in the world type of idea, you will never find. Why? Because students are not aware of the ground reality. So we are, for example, setting up a social entrepreneurship course. It was supposed to start 2 years back, but it will start from August, where we'll have students, we'll associate students with your district administration, DM, MP, your MLA, mayor, the health department, education department, so they can go down to the ground, see what the problems are. And the task for the students would be that they should identify a problem and think of a technology solution. And as far as lectures won't be given by professors. Lectures will be given by practitioners in the field, government officials, NGOs, etc. So once again, thank you very much for your attention, and we look forward to your active support for carrying out our innovative activities either at a high level through TechSmin or at the community level from ACIC, IIT Foundation. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving an overview of the projects that ACIC IIT Foundation will carry out. Thank you, sir. Sir, actually, I have been linked with IIT ISM since 2012, and women empowerment is one of the most sensitive issues which is only conducted in your tenure only. Sir, so for this, a big round of applause goes to you, sir. Next, I would like to invite Ms. Sadia Azim, the Executive Director and the Public Policy Consultant of TIE Kolkata, to join us, and please come up and say a few words to all the participants. Ms. Sadia Azim.
Thank you, Akansha. Actually, I'm represented in this entrepreneurs. This is TIE. And TIE is, as most of you would know, that it's like a non-profit, global network. But it's a platform which provides entrepreneurs to come up with their problems or with their businesses, and and this is again a platform which can be open to the academia, because there is a disconnect, and TIE provides that platform for the connection. So I am very happy to be here today, and the TIE promotes incubation, angel funding, education, and mentoring. So this is basically opportunity for all of us to be here. It's good to know that IIT ISM has this facility where you're talking about the social problems such as women empowerment or social development, human development. So here is where we come with a group, a network of entrepreneurs from across the world. And if we are able to connect to the academia, to be able to solve some of the global problems, I think there cannot be any better opportunity or any better platform for this. I would rather also want to mention that we have noticed that there has been a disconnect. Entrepreneurs come with the idea of businesses, and they look for creating wealth and creating development in their own world, whereas the academia, as Professor Professor Shekhar was mentioning, that like the academia works in their own world, and they are developing their own innovations, and there is a disconnect. So I think here is one opportunity where we are face to face, and we can join hands. I would like to know that what are the steps basically? How can entrepreneurs really come up? It's like it's good that you mentioned that we will be able to probably forge an alliance in terms of providing CSR support, or bringing in basically funding to the innovations which is happening in these centers, in these academic institutions. But I also think that what could be the steps where we can really showcase the innovations to the entrepreneurs, so that they can have a matchmaking ground where they can understand their problems and they are able to address that. And on the other hand, the innovators also find in support from in terms of funding, or in terms of really being able to identify the problem and work on it, and dedicate their time and energy and their knowledge to to find solutions to the world's biggest problems. And women, being a woman myself, I would say that I feel very encouraged by your by the fact that you have identified women, and empowerment is one of the biggest factors, and we find women that they have been left out in terms of out of the growth and development in some way. So maybe this is also an opportunity for us, that we will be able to identify some of the biggest challenges which women and children face in the country, in the sectors of health or education, or even opportunities. If we come to know, to a common ground, that what are the steps, how we can connect, how can the industry and the academia use those steps and that platform to connect, it will be a good way. So this is the beginning, and thank you very much for inviting me, and I am also learning from you all. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Actually, this is what the main objective of this event was, to look for suitable collaborations with ACIC, IIT, and Foundation. Next, I would like to welcome Mr. Anirban Bhattacharya, the General Manager of Kolkata Event Association, to please come and say a few words to us. Mr. Anirban.
Thank you, Dr. Man. Thanks a lot. First of all, let me thank ACICIT, ISM, let me thank the Dean, the Director, of course, Vivek and Camellia for getting in touch with CNA, that is Calcutta Management Association. Just to, not a rectification now, but we are Calcutta Management Association, not event. We do organize events, but that is our own management issues, and that is what we do for the benefit of the society. We are the management. Nothing to tell about CNA. We are really happy to see that TIE is also associated with this event, and they have also come up to forge the gap between the industry and academia. We are really happy to know that Salia ma'am has come there. Thanks to all of you. I speaking something is not really going to matter. And in fact, there's a saying that which goes pretty well, that there are few birds which flock together, the quails and the crows, and you can't really identify unless they fly together. Now, if I start crying, you will identify that I am a crow, of course. So I would rather like to know more from the experts than opening my mouth too often. And we will definitely look forward to forging this gap that, as Director just now said, and we would like to collaborate and do more events and come up with more ideas so that we can do something for the benefit of the society. Thanks a lot, and all the best. We think this is the beginning, and we think we can go far taking this forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot. And now I would like to welcome the CEO of ACIC IIT ISM Foundation, Mr. Amit Shukla, to please come up and share in details what are the events and what actually is the mandate of ACIC IIT ISM Foundation. Sir, the stage is all yours.
Okay, so thank you, Dr. Akansha. So I would just like to begin because I think our director has talked much about the institute and the incubation center. So I would just like to briefly share first about our host institute, that is IIT ISM Dhanbad. So this institute actually was established in the year 1926 and but started with specialization in the area of mining. But soon we have actually covered other areas of engineering and applied sciences. So now currently we have 15 branches of engineering and applied sciences and management. So this institute is actually ranked number one in the NIRF ranking in India. So this is of course a great privilege for us to be partner with IIT ISM. And one of the reasons that why this workshop is organized, title is Industry and IIT Connect. So if you see the Indian Institutes of Technology Act, if you find the mandate or the vision of IITs was to not only impart technical education, but the second part was to transfer the research and the new technology that is developed to the industry for the effective utilization of the technology. So these are our twin mandates that any IITs actually are serving. So now one of the point that is currently being focused is that you might have heard that IIT Bombay's student has just joined Twitter as CEO. So now while the MNCs are actually utilizing the resources of IITs to their fullest extent, we find that Indian industries are actually, especially the small and medium scale enterprises and the startups that are coming now, they are actually failing to utilize the resources and infrastructure of IITs that are being developed over decades.
Sir, your screen is frozen on Zoom meeting. Can you stop share and then reshare?
Yes. Okay. So I hope now the screen is visible to everybody. So the objective of this workshop is actually to sensitize the industry about the various models of collaboration, whether that industry is micro, small, medium, startup, or even large. So what are the various models that you can try to utilize the resources at IIT? Now just to tell you a word about ACIC IIT ISM Foundation, that is the organizer of this.
When you start slideshow, the screen gets frozen. So the screen gets frozen when you start the slideshow. If you can stop share, so stop sharing. Yes.
There was actually a problem in the slide mode. So now can you see the slide? Hello?
Yes, sir, now you are audible.
Okay. So can you see the slides?
Yes, sir.
So as we mentioned that ACIC IIT ISM Foundation was actually became functional only in July 2021. So this is actually a not-for-profit Section 8 company that is established by ITISM, and we are also receiving the financial support from Niti Aayog Government of India. So part of funding is actually coming from them. So that is where our mandate is not only to serve the technology startup but also to support the community innovation. Okay, so I think I will move on to the next slide. So just to give you a brief idea about what is incubation. So incubation is actually trying to mentor the innovations and the inventions that are normally created at the laboratories and or by any technocrat. So usually this is a 2 to 3 years of a period wherein we give physical space to any startup who actually want to convert their innovation or invention into a market ready product. So during these 2 or 3 years, we actually provide them various resources and facilities to help that enterprise. Now these could actually range starting from funds and facilities, seed funding. We also share what are our laboratory or equipment that are based in the institute. Then the most important part is the mentorship that the startup can actually receive from the faculty or even the students like PhD or MTech students. So these are the some of the technology support. Then we also provide the networking and business mentorship to our startup through our consultants that are empaneled with the foundation. So just to give you an idea that why the incubation actually matters a lot, you will find that within 2 to 3 years of their operation, most of the startups, mostly 8 out of 10 startups will actually, they wind up their operations and they fail to perform as per their market objective. And one of the reasons that was cited in the Forbes magazine is that the product that is developed by the startup is not in sync with the customer requirement. So this is number one. But the fault is actually at the promoters level. But the second part is the major reason is that they fail to give any differentiator to their product or services. So what this means is that their product or service is just like everybody else. So this is a Me Too sort of a thing, which most of the startups actually fail because of this reason. They fail to create any intellectual property. They fail to redesign their product, and that is why their product becomes too much similar to what are the other products that are offered by other companies. So this was one of the reasons why most of the startups actually fail. So that is where I think the importance of the lies that startup should actually connect with the repository of new technical technology or new technical ideas. So that is where the host institute or the IITs come into picture, right? So what happens? There are, since I told that there are more than 18 branches covering from mechanical, electrical, civil, and chemical. So what a startup can do, depending on their requirements or their area of interest, they can actually identify not only technology that is already developed, but they can also give a new problem to the institute so that the faculty as well as the students can actually work on that particular problem. So that is why the second reason they will create a differentiate. So the incubation center is actually just like a gateway. You can actually get the resources of that particular IIT through the incubation center. Why? Because we have been mandated, unlike as I talked about that IIT is focusing only on the education as well as the research part. But they are not focusing on the transferring part, the last mile connectivity to the society or the market. So that is where the incubation center actually comes into play, and incubation center actually helps takes the technology and transfers it to the society with the help of that particular startup. And this technology that is developed out of the research is actually acting as a differentiator that will go in that particular product or service. Now, this technology can either be a patent or it can be a trade secret also. So, this is another aspect that I would like to highlight. Then, there was another report that I would like to share, that is a Prime Minister's task force that was set up by a government of India. They were actually mandated to identify what are the major problems that MSMEs, micro, small and medium enterprises, or for that matter startups, because startups are also part of this MSME set, right? So they actually identified several problems. One of them being the capital, access to credit and capital. But the two problems that I would like to highlight as a part of this presentation is the low technology levels and the lack of access to modern technology. Again, you will find that this is another challenge with all, not only MSME but also with startups. Then the second thing which the task force identified is the lack of skilled manpower. So the employees that are actually working in these startups or these companies, MSMEs, they actually are having skills that are not in consonance with the market's requirements. So let us say market is they actually, the products are requiring automation or AI, machine learning intelligence. The employees of those MSMEs and startups, they are not skilled to handle this kind of problem. So these actually remain focused or two major problems that is hampering the development of MSME. So that is where, as I said, the incubator comes into play, and we not only provide business incubation, but we also help the startup or the companies to identify a particular patent, to get a license of the patent, or any new technology that is already being developed by the departments, in the departments. Then we also help the startups or the companies to actually start a new collaborative research in partnership with the faculty and the students of that host institution. Now again, this could be a long-term vision whereby you will be offering a substantial problem to that institute. You can also offer a short-term consultancy project, like for example, when I was in IIT Kanpur, we were actually having a similar sort of an activity with micro and small scale medium enterprises. So one of the enterprise was small, they were manufacturing breads and biscuits, right? So they had a problem that the upper crust of their products was very hard, but the inner part of the product remained actually unbeaten. So this was a problem, and which that MSME was actually having a lot of problems and lot of rejections were there, and they were not able to penetrate into the market. And that was a very small enterprise. So when they contacted us, we actually tried to arrange some student team, and they actually came up with a redesigned oven. The existing oven was actually redesigned so that heat could actually spread to the entire product, and that is why the products that were made were more uniform. So, and I am happy to share that was a very successful example. And with the help of IIT students, the actually company not only got into profitability more, but they also gained new markets also. So again, this part is actually catering into the short-term consultancy projects. On the contrary, the first part, the third point that you saw was joint collaboration. That could be a longer term. So you can actually assign or identify the major problem which actually requires a lot of time, lot of research, experimentation has to be done. Then you can also, as I said, you can engage the MTech and PhD students for your long-term project. Like for example, if you develop a project and you can identify, we can help you to identify relevant MTech and PhD students. You can give them their problem, your problem. Now this could actually form their basis of their thesis work. So at the end of the thesis, you can actually get a license back to your company. So this could be another mode of collaboration. And another very interesting thing is to organize tailor-made short-term courses. Like whatever, as I told in the beginning, that one of the problems that MSME and startups face, that lack of trained and skilled manpower. So this could be another thing. You can identify, 5 to 10 hours courses. Like for example, maybe in I think January we would have organized a workshop, 10-hour workshop on 3D printing. Then another workshop will be organized in robotics and automation, because right now if you see the manufacturing part, most of the part is actually automated. So that is where the MSME and startups would actually fail, right? Because having the full-blown automated manufacturing process is very difficult. So that is where we will organize these short-term courses in our laboratory, which is customized to the requirements of your particular enterprise. So this could be another very good opportunity for the not only the human resource firms but also the companies also. Then as I think we can also share that what is the area of the focus of this incubation center. So even though we are trying to divide the area into 4 parts, but you will find that these 4 parts will actually cover the entire products and services that are being offered, or at least most of them. So first part, we are concentrating on medical and healthcare innovation. So post pandemic, we might have seen that the issue of quality, affordable and accessible medicine or healthcare facilities have been the most, in the limelight. So one of the areas, like for example, we are helping a company to identify, to screen blood samples and identify the drug resistance, right? So we are actually partnering with our computer science engineering departments and chemistry departments. So they will pool their resources in an interdisciplinary mode, and they will help them to develop a device and algorithm so that the blood samples can be screened in a relatively shorter span of time. The second area of focus is, of course, electro and mechanical tools, equipments and devices. Now most of the products, if you have seen that they are not merely a mechanical product, right? Some sort of electronics or control part is always there. So we are going in this hybrid section. We will also help the companies design a mechanical product, but we will also help them to design a electronics part, the embedded part. Then the third area is actually the electronics and ICT application. This is more software based, whereby the companies can actually develop software as a product or a service. So again, they can take help from the host institute and the faculty and students. Then the fourth part is actually energy. Now that includes renewable energy like solar and wind power. So just to share some of the incubated companies that are already either they have joined our incubation center or they are in the process of joining the incubation center. First company I would like to introduce, this is called Budding. They have developed an app for community employment. So already they have witnessed around 5,000 downloads of their app. So what they do, they try to provide opportunity from the community person to share their skills with the service seekers. So we have service providers, we have the service seekers. So this will provide a platform to join them. Then another company is again Being Artifacts, which they are developing, IT solutions for educational institutes. They have also done pretty good in the last 1 year, last 6 months, I think. Another thing that which I think the director also mentioned, another incubated company is SS Plugman. So what they are doing, they are actually developing electronics and electrical goods. They are actually training the women so that they are also saving on the cost of hiring up manpower. So what they do, they give the products and the training to the women entrepreneurs, and they pay them based on the number of pieces that they are producing. So that what happens, a company does not have to hire a full-time employee only for that particular thing. So this is a very good business innovation that the company is actually doing. And another company is Restore Industries. They are actually making pavement tiles. They are making automatic claved concrete blocks, AAC blocks. So again, you can see in the middle part, we are trying to associate them with the civil engineering department. So what will happen? The civil engineering department will actually, the professors will try to identify what is the composition of those blocks and try to improve the stress or bearing capacity of those bricks. So that is where the technology intervention of the host institute comes into play, and you will find that incubator is again acting as a bridge between the industry and the host institute, the technology resources that are available in those institutes. Then another fifth company is actually a very interesting company, I will say. They are actually making toys based on the various electronics as well as mechanical parts. They are using environment friendly material. They are creating educational entertainment for students. So this is again a company that is promoted by one of the women entrepreneurs, and we are actually helping them to develop their product, especially in the embedded part. Then again, this is another company that is going to be incubated. They are actually making oxygen concentrators. Again, you might have heard that during this pandemic, the oxygen concentrators were in a huge shortage. So this company, you can see, they are not only making 8 liters, but they are also coming with a higher end version for hospitals, which is a 20-liter oxygen concentrator. So again, we would actually extend our resources at the institute to help them develop or refine their product. So again, as I said, one part is facilities or the mentorship that is provided by the faculty. Second part is actually the technical infrastructure that is already there in the laboratories and of the host institute. Like for example, 3D printer. Again, this is an ABS based. Shortly, we would be purchasing a metal 3D printer also. So again, this is a CNC machines that are also available for our incubate companies. Then again, few more, like for example, on the left hand side, you will find a setup that can be used by battery manufacturers. And the middle one is a TEM, tunneling electron microscope, that can be used by mechanical engineering or maybe by chemical engineering startups. Then on the right hand side, I think it is a array microscope. So again, this could be used for material characterization so that you can actually improve the capability of your products. Then again, this is a 6 degree of freedom on the left hand side. Freedom robot arm manipulator that can be used for pick and placing of components and all those things. Then on the right hand side, this is an electro-pneumatic circuit setup. This you can also use for the product or the automated product that you can develop or test. Then again the business part is, we are also not only concentrating only on the technology part, but also on the business innovation part or the business mentorship. Like for example, we take help from various experts and consultants. Like on the left hand side, you will find that one of the workshops we organize for entrepreneurial strategy building. So how the business models are actually prepared, and we are happy to share that more than 500 participants actually joined online. And this was a 2-hour workshop, and the speaker also not only cleared various doubts of the participants. Then second workshop we organized that was about market analysis and marketing plan. Again, this was a practical session whereby the startups were given tips how to improve their marketing plan, how to redefine their marketing strategy. Again, you will see that close to 500 participants were there. Another 2-day workshop was focused on critical communication part, which is also very important. So we roped one of the faculty from XLRI Jamshedpur. Again, this was a very popular workshop. So the speaker actually shared how you can improve your presentation skills, your business skills, your writing skills, because these are very essential and soft part of the of your enterprise, which is normally not taught in the formal education system. So this was another interesting example. On the right hand side, again, we focused on the communication part, how to negotiate your business transaction, because what happens, most of the startups that are approached, that are being approached, are promoted by first generation entrepreneurs. They are often under 30s, around 25. So these kind of special skills are actually very helpful for them. Then, as the director mentioned, we are not only focusing on the high technology part, but we are also focusing on the community development and women empowerment. So this is a workshop that was organized recently. I think more than 70 participants were present, and we gave them tips about food processing and various aspects. Again, as I said, that agriculture and organic farming is one of the agenda. So on the top left, you will find that we visited one of the incubated companies that is soon joining us. We will be helping them to extract the essential oil. On the bottom side, you will find that we have developed, this was developed at IIT ISM. This is a machine to develop cocoa pit. Again, this will be used for nursery and horticulture. On the right hand side, you will find the lag scraping machine. Again, this is for community and tribal entrepreneurs. And second part wherein we would like to seek the help from the participants is that we are in the process of setting up a rural livelihood laboratory, whereby we will be having small machines of various sectors like paper plate making machines, solar chiller plant. So what we will do, we will actually give training to the participants from the community. So, like for example, one of the machines that we are trying to procure is the Laiya or the Murmura making machine. So, conventionally, this is being manufactured using biomass and coal fired, which is very inefficient, and the product quality is very bad. But what is happening? This has been developed at IIT Kharagpur, not at IIT ISM. So, we are trying to talk to them so that we would actually purchase this and set up our incubation center, and shortly we will be creating tailor-made courses to train entrepreneurs in this particular field. So employment generation is also one of the top agenda of the incubation. So this is all for me, and I would like to thank all the participants who have joined online and physical. And I would like to thank my team, Ms. Camelia Chaudhary, Dr. Akansha Sinha, Mrs. Sonali Bhattacharya, and Mr. Sanuraj Gupta, team of ACIC. And then I would like to thank student interns, Mr. Saurav and Mr. Astuti. Thank you all. So now I would like to open the floor to the audience, maybe both online and offline. If you have any questions or if you want any clarification, you can actually. And also, I would like to invite Mr. Sen. I think maybe if you can say a few words about about your organization, that would be great.
I have a few questions to ask
Yes.
you about ACIC. The first question is, what is the incubation financial model that you are working right now with? Are you taking any monthly charges, or is it equity based?
Okay. So right now we are actually taking 2% equity.
2%.
2%.
Okay. Fine.
So this is for physical incubation, but for virtual incubation, we are in the process of that, because right now there is no virtual incubation no company is actually available. But we are soon going to formulate a policy to incubate companies virtually. Like for example, any company that is not based in the city, maybe they are based in Delhi or somewhere else. they can also avail the facilities of the incubation center, but the payment model, etc., that we will be actually.
Yeah, that exactly was my second question. Is the incubation restricted to your state only, or is it
No,
open?
It is actually open to all. Any incubated company that is in desiring to incubate in the center, they can actually contact us and we will be helping them. In fact, right now I think one of the incubate company that is joining is from Odisha. That is likely to join. So again, we are not restricting to the state. So anybody from anywhere can actually.
So my third question, companies in the industry.
Okay. Trying to promote through, like for example, this kind of event, then like for example, TIE Kolkata. So we are again, because approaching the individual industry is a very challenging task, right? So what we will do, we will actually, what we will do, we will actually get hold or try to forge alliance with associations, maybe like TIE Kolkata or Kolkata Management Association, or even FICCI also, so that they can actually sensitize their industry, and they can, because one of the objective of these management association is to serve their members. So I think this can be a mutually win-win situation both for the incubation center as well as for the business association. So business association can transfer this value to their individual members. So this could be.
I understand that that can be one of the ways, but since you are from IIT and ISM, you must be having the host institute must be having a lot of connect with the industry. So are you do you have the intention of tapping into that also?
Yes. So again, as I said, we are also in the process. As I said, we have just recently started. Right? For example, in just 3-4 months ago. So we are still formulating a policy to reach out to the concerned stakeholders. So in the process, we are definitely going to exploit the networks and contacts or the brand of our host institute.
Right.
So we will be contacting the alumni association, or for example, IIT ISM has these chapters, like for example in Kolkata this, and we also have a center in Delhi. So we are also going to tap these physical as well as the intangible resources that are owned by the hostess.
And my last question is that one of the areas of focus that you mentioned was renewable energy. So how can you help the companies who are into renewable energy, or who are trying to come into this space? Any special facilities or any that you are having?
Right. So as I said that we are also taking help of our host institute. So one of the companies like who are actually trying to incubate is, again they are in the process of negotiation. They are developing a solar dryer. Right. So this is actually harnessing the solar power for food processing and preserving or extending the shelf life of the fruits and vegetable perishable items. So what we will do, we will try to identify the resources both in the chemical engineering department as well as the mechanical engineering, so that they are able to design a solar tracker, so that they can harness the maximum possible solar light that is available, and at the same time we are trying to reduce their cost also. So these are the, again we would like to identify the facilities that are given at the host institute.
Thank you. Thanks.
He wants to say something.
Sure, please.
Hello,
Mr. Ravi,
sir.
if possible, please switch on your video.
Is that fine if I can't?
Okay, no problem.
Okay. So, hello, sir, and namaskar to everybody. My name is Ankit Agarwal. I'm an architect, and I'm now in Bangalore. I'm proprietor of AMT Design Lab. I'm doing alone everything, so not invested, not big organizations like presently are. As I am architect, I am doing design, but I'm also interested in having ideas and concept for
some related to medical and transportation system and all. So there is one idea like a new type of road system. Okay, so which can solve five major issues which we all are facing nowadays. Okay, so such like that there is a some other concept, small and big like that. Okay, so the thing is, if I work on that kind of thing, okay, so for that I need resources, and I need to invest some time on that. So how can government and IITs or these organizations can help me? Because near my place there is a one incubation center, as they said. It's called in Diamond District in Bangalore, Indiranagar. Okay, so they said for that you have to having a like a working model or you have a prototype, which is actually not possible because I have to invest time, I have to invest money, and I don't have money to even sometime for survival. So in these kind of situation, lots of maybe lots of people in India are facing the same. If they doing in their ideas and innovation things, they are alone, and how they go forward with their ideas without any because time in the spending of time is already require money. Okay, so I need some direction and help in that scenario.
Okay, so
Hello.
yes, so thank you, Mr. Ankit. I think you have asked a very interesting question. So there
Yeah.
are two components, as I understood from your question. One is about the lack of resources, and second thing is about necessity of having a prototype. So I would like to clarify that.
One more thing. Sorry, I'm interrupting. One more thing I am adding that what I see that if a company is a service-based company or if there is a company of a product-based, so there is a big difference in between. Like product-based companies can take loans and also for their product, their factory setup, but service-based company, it's not easy to get any loans. They ask like they because even keeping having office or having employees, how do you can pay to them? It's also be a resource for them. It's also require money, but no organization. I tried. I checked with many, but they not. They said like nobody will give loan for this. Only for setup and machines and all, and can be loan is given. Okay, help is given. So that's why we sometimes move like designing and research. That is the biggest problem because nobody is paying for that. In India, only for bigger companies that can clients will come to them also, and they can have resources to do the research and development. Mostly in India, what I see the scenario, they work on the already innovated by somebody, they're developing and replicating them. They're not innovating much because they don't want to face the risk of failure. So this is, yeah.
So I think the question that you have asked is very important and very pertinent. So one generic answer that I would like to give is that lack of resources. So you are not the only one who is actually facing the problem. All the startup, whether they are actually big or small, when they started, they actually faced the same problem that you are facing, right? So first thing is that you are not the one, you are not a lone person. all the problems that you have mentioned are being faced by all these startups. Second thing is that we don't restrict the differentiate between the product based company or service based company, because with the advent of this software, software is also being shared as a service, right? So we also invite proposals from the service based companies or the companies that are designing or giving any software. Now the second part that you mentioned is about the lack of differentiator, right, or the innovation. So that is what I mentioned, that this is again a problem that is faced by all the companies. Most of the companies that fail, they actually fail to differentiate. And that is where we would like to help the startups or help our incubated companies to identify relevant resources that are customized to your particular needs of your company. So let us say you want to develop a product that is based in medical innovation that you mentioned, right?
Yeah,
So first of all,
medical, the
yes.
one is road related transportation.
See, first,
New types of transportation
see,
system like that.
right. So first thing that we actually advise the startup is actually to concentrate only on one product, because since you have lack of resources, you cannot concentrate on two products because these products are very diverse. Like for example,
Yeah.
one you are trying to develop this kind of medical innovation device, and second is you are trying to develop a transport software. These two are very poles apart products. So what we will suggest is that try to concentrate only on one product. Then only we can develop a customized solution for your startup. So we will just then identify what are the financial resources that we can arrange or we can provide. Then we will also try to identify which is the mentorship, both business as well as the technology mentorship that can be given to you so that you develop your product. So maybe you can share a word about what is the objective of your product and what are the major problems that are being faced by your company. So based on the precise customized data, we will be glad to help you and we will actually try to give you some solution. So you may contact us offline. We will be sharing our
Yeah,
contact
correct.
details.
Correct. Yeah. So I'm just telling you in terms of like there is a multiple things, but I don't want to take it everything in like parallelly at the same time. It comes in step by steps.
Sure.
Okay, which is most required now, which is big. Okay, that comes first. Okay, then another.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can
So-
contact our team. Maybe we will try to see if there is any possibility of collaboration. We will be happy to offer that.
Sir, Mr.
Yeah,
Rakesh
so how
Mehta
to do
wants to
that?
say something, sir.
So you can contact our managers. I think Ms. Camille, we will send you a mail. If you can share your details, we will send you the mail.
So, Mr. Rakesh
Can I
Mehta
share
wants
my
to say something.
card here?
So
Share it in the message, type it in the message about your mail ID or your details.
yes.
Okay.
Chat box you can write.
So,
So
Mr.
can you, so good morning, sir. I am Rakesh Mehta. I am engineering manager in NPCC, Abu Dhabi.
Okay.
Can there be a platform where industrialists, entrepreneurs, innovators, they meet, because these are all through Zoom. Some exhibition like in Vigyan Bhavan Delhi, or where people put their experiments or what they have done. They did incubation. Some people have done incubation. They want to move on the next level. So there should be. Is there any platform? First, I want to know. And if there is no, can you recommend such things?
So first of all, again your question is very nice. So about
Yeah.
the present thing, as I
People like
said,
Agarwal, people like Mr. Agarwal will have an opportunity to interact
Sure.
with some people have a lot of money and they can trust and they can promote such people.
yes. So I think this is a very important message for us. Definitely, as I said, that we have just started, so we are organizing this workshop to get ideas just like this. So definitely we will try to organize this kind of a session whereby startups or the persons who have either developed any prototype or even they have an idea, they can share a poster with them, and we will try to organize an event maybe in a city like Delhi or where we have, or Kolkata, where we have our physical center. So definitely we will.
Like I have one, yes sir, I have one guy who cleans my car. He's from Kashmir, he's Kashmir Muslim, very talented, but unfortunately he did not get education, so he's doing that job, but hardworking. Now he wants to put a small unit for rubber chappals, with slippers which we have.
Right.
So
Yes.
that he wants, and supporting him. So like that, there are many people who have energy, who has not educated, but still they have good grip on technology, machines and all. So they can be promoted in that way. So such platforms should be there, and you are the best people to help government or to taking support from government and create such things.
So first of all, I would like to say that innovation is nobody's monopoly, right? So persons from, as I said, we are also targeting the persons from community. So who are not so privileged of having in terms of resources and financial thing. So innovation can come from them. Second thing is that definitely ACIC is a foundation that is going to be a very important platform to promote this kind of innovations. And third part, coming on to that, the gentleman that you are mentioning about who is making the slippers and footwear, if he contacts us and gives us a specific problem that, or what is the improvement that he would like to have, then surely we would be in a position to, and what is his requirements in terms of mentorship or the technology knowledge, then definitely we will try to identify what is the best possible solution for him. So again, they can contact us. That is what I can say to.
He has only two challenges. One challenge is that which machine he should select for making this, which I will participate. No problem, because we have a huge team of engineers. We are doing oil and gas for it, so that should not be a problem. Second problem is that SBI needs some 9 lakhs amount they want and he does not have. So that I can tell them to contact you.
Yeah. So maybe if he contacts that, I think that you might
Yeah,
have
only
seen.
3 lakhs. I told I will support you. There are some other things which I'll discuss
Sure,
with you.
sure. So definitely, I think we can help them to identify a machine, because you mentioned machine work, because we are setting up a rural livelihood laboratory.
Yeah.
So we are trying to identify such machines that are being used by community innovators.
Yeah.
So
This can be
maybe,
utilized every part of it. I will forward you.
sure. You can ask him to contact us. We will
Yes.
discuss offline.
I have shared the mail ID of CEO in the chat box to everyone. Any one of you, if you have any innovative idea of your planning for a startup, then please share your idea with CEO_ACIC@IITISM.
And please share only the objective part. Don't try to share the technology details or the confidential part that you don't want to disclose. Just share what is the problem and what is the end objective that you are actually trying to see. What is the improvement that you are trying to get.
Sure.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Nice session.
Okay. So now I would like to ask any of the offline or online participants if they like to share anything or any comment or any suggestion that they
So
would like to.
introduction about your company and about.
Maybe you can also
Introduce
use this platform to introduce about it.
Yes.
So, good day everyone. I'm Dr. Nitish Pathak. So, I basically had my healthcare advisory services to different hospitals and nursing homes and etc. So, we basically run their installation kind of NABH accreditation projects. So, for few days and for few entities, we have also trained certain kind of skill set and manpower and just deploy different kind of
Sorry, but not able to hear properly.
Okay, Saurabh, can you take the mic to him?
Yeah. Saurabh, you have the mic.
Saurabh, it is not audible actually.
you headphone.
No.
Does it have
We
mic?
do have a mic.
Yeah. Hello.
Bluetooth mode. Bluetooth mode.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
this is Dr. Nitesh. So right now we are trying to work on enhance the facility for different kind of rural students, where we are training them on different aspects of healthcare, providing healthcare to the patient directly. So they should work as a skilled healthcare assistant or nurse, that kind of thing. So that is not a very on a formal scale, but that is on need-to basis for different kind of small nursing homes and hospitals. So going forward, we would like to take it on a larger level so that skill development or skill training can be done for different kind of people, and they can be employment can be generated also from for the different section of society. So, and even if there be a larger program for the community, where those same people or those same guys can be employed in different remote access of locations of the districts or rural areas, and somebody can fund this project, or then we can start larger scale. We can provide them certifications and trainings and all. That is the idea. If we can have somebody provide greater guidance on this.
Again, this we can take offline because I think there is an issue of certification and all. So again, we will take it offline. But definitely, what we can do.
I have one small question for some other things also, for guidance also. That on your consultancy and this one incubation part, suppose if somebody wants to have a bank loan or funding or something, so does your team or does your expert committee, they provide consultancy or guidance on project reports and detailed any back to project reports and all those kind of things?
Yes, so I think we are hiring one consultant. So as far as bank loan is concerned, we are also talking to MSME DI, and we are also trying to hire a general manager from a bank so that they can actually organize a training program for the applicants who can draft a loan application. So again, that is in plan.
So that may not be related to only one industry, maybe all kind of.
No, it is general.
Thank you. Thank you.
Management Global College of Science and Technology. Very happy that you have invited me in this session, and what I'm planning, I'm just trying to send some of my students who have their own startups, but these startups are at a very small level. They're trying to put their best endeavor to do their work at a larger scale. What I will be doing, I'm giving them the concept of business canvas model since I'm a project fellow of IIT TAX last year. So what I am doing, I am trying to give them some concept of business canvas model so that they can work it on, and then I'll be forwarding their business problem in CEO search mail ID, so that in later case, if it is worthy, ACIC IISL can take the case on their hand and see if something can be done for these startups.
Sure. Again, you are most welcome. So you are most welcome. You can share those details about those innovators. Definitely, we would try to help them. And again, as I mentioned, that being small is not an issue because most of the startups, when they come, they just come with an idea, right? They don't even have a written document.
Right.
So that is
Same
where
is their case also.
Right. So that is where the resources at ACIC or any incubation center comes into play. We have those services and facilities that will help them to develop or refine their idea, and then they will try to either they can develop a product or a service with the help of the resources. Like for example, if they have a idea of a product, we will try to get them facility about the product design and manufacturing. Like I said, we have a 3D printer, so we will try to help them develop a physical product, or if they have a service, we will give them those facilities like IoT and those laboratories also with us. So that facility we can always extend to any startup based on their requirements.
Yes. And sir, if you can help them, since they are in a very nascent stage, the basic problem they are facing today is they don't have any mission and vision. They have acquired, they are actually following some of the businesses which are there existing in the market. So they are not innovators. But I have told them that if you can't be an innovator, it will be difficult for you to persist in the market.
Exactly.
So there is a high need of product differentiation. And for product differentiation, since I am their faculty member, but on my part, what I have done, I have given them the concept of business canvas model. So when they will be sending their mails to CEO underscore ACIC IIT ISM, they will be sending their business canvas model. Then accordingly, depending on the what of their business canvas model, we will do the addition and deletion step. It will be my request and at the same time my pleasure if their ideas can be incorporated in your incubation center.
Sure.
Thank you, sir.
Sure. Thank you.
Good morning. Where we cater to various life skills and soft skill requirement across industries. And we have been doing these kind of workshop with various institutes and universities span India. And there are different IITs and NITs also where I have been taking different mentorship sessions for them. And I think when the rector sir and you talked about the agility and the mindset, I think it's a very nice platform where all including industry expert and their idea can be get it down driven by the MTech and the PhD scholars who are working alongside you. So it's a great platform where every individual has certain skill set. So it's not that the innovation which has been done by professors and all is of no value. It's of utmost value to the industry also. Similarly, what industry can give back to the institute. So I think it's a great collaboration thing, and looking forward for any kind of scope of collaboration where we can. So I'll talk to you separately after this, and we'll see how we can take this forward accordingly.
You can maybe going forward, you can send a brief proposal. Then we will definitely.
Sure. Thanks.
Thanks.
Director Technical Automation Private Limited. So a little bit, first of all, thank you for inviting me here, and a little introduction to my company Technicia. Basically, we're dealing into industrial, commercial, and residential IoT consumer products, which basically help in reduction and management of energy footprint of any commercial or industrial infrastructure. And we are leveraging technologies such as IoT, hardware, embedded systems, as well as cloud platform and mobile application to achieve all of these products which we are developing. So we are into innovation. So when innovation comes and technology is involved, IoT becomes one of the foundations in our country where we can find innovations. So as a 2.5-year startup, I would like to ask how we can leverage, we are looking for a patent IP, and as Amit sir said that this ACIC IIT ISM Foundation can help us in setting up patents and IP that as they have prior expertise in this. So how we can leverage this in setting up a patent and IP for our products, which can prove a good differentiator for our products in the market. Secondly, the question is how this local chapters, we are working here, we are a manufacturing company, we manufacture our own hardware, we have our software team as well, which develop in-house softwares for us. So how this local chapter here in Kolkata can help startups like us without moving too much to the host foundation. So what is the role we can get here? As we talked about latest technologies such as 3D printing, we are using those. So are there facilities being developed here as well, which we can leverage, and how are they planning of using these local chapters for them?
Okay, so first of all, the laboratory facilities also just as a platform for these kind of events. Second thing about IP part is that either you have an IP, so we can actually help you to secure, but again that is, there are certain eligibility conditions, like for example to get a patent you need to have a novel invention, have an inventive step that should not be obvious to a person in that area. So non-obviousness is a thing, then this should also have an industrial application. So these are some of the criteria for patenting. Then again for design, there is a criteria for, like for example, originality should be there. Then the ornamental part is there. So that is actually regulated by the individual statutes of that IP that will lead to the differentiator. So yes, we can actually help you to secure that innovation through IPRs, provided you qualify those criteria that are mentioned in the statute. Right, number one. So number two, you can also avail facility as a virtual incubator. You don't have to go physically in the host institute. So yes, this way can offer you services as a virtual incubator.
Yes, that was what I was iterating on. Means a little knowledge on how to acquire this would help us in formulating our IP in such a way that we qualify for the patent. Thanks so much.
Good afternoon all, and again thank you for inviting us. Myself, Indranil and Kushinjit, we are the co-founder of Vyoma Innovus Global. We offering software as a service. We have a parking platform. We offer parking as a service. We implement in various sections like government spaces, even commercial spaces, to automate entire parking application as a cloud-based service. So we actually covered end-to-end parking solution because any T1 and T2 city parking is the major problem. So we try to solve the parking availability issue, the transparency problem. So my question is that to implement this kind of solution, there is a major part of the regulatory authority and the government bodies. So how we connect these smart city groups and the government officials to implement our platform in various cities in India. So we already implement in Calcutta Municipality, Jaipur Smart City, Surat Smart City, but our connects are limited. So how we connect these officials, these smart city groups?
So now this is a slightly non-technical sort of a problem, because you want to enter into a market which is controlled by government agency, right? So again, this I would like to take it offline. Maybe incubation cannot guarantee. So first of all, let me share. Incubation centers cannot guarantee the access to these government agencies, but definitely being an incubated company, definitely you will get a leverage. Your voice will be definitely access to those officials. Right. Like for example, we invite certain government officials in our events. So definitely we have some sort of formal association with them. So at least your voice will be heard. But ultimately, that agency is the only authority that will be saying yes or no to your proposal. Definitely. So that will depend on you. We can certainly introduce you, which would be very difficult without support of such help. So this is the thing that I can share.
Thank you, sir. We connect you offline, sir.
Yeah, to join then.
Saurabh.
See, my suggestion to the startup, I have been in this industry for the last 5-6 years. So my suggestion to the startups would be that don't depend on the incubation center itself. That is a facilitation center only. You have to struggle on your own. Let me put it very blatantly with you. You should be doing it on your own. The incubation system is there to facilitate you and guide you in all respects of the incubation process. And sir, what you mentioned about a suggestion from my side of the incubation center, and what the problem I have faced, I have seen is a lack of proper mentors. So you should develop a proper pool of mentors who would be helping the startups in this regard, because the mentors should be from the academia, they should be from the industry, and you should contact the mentors on and form a pool of mentors who would be helping the startups in this regard. Right? That is a suggestion from my side.
So I think we are already on this because we have already created a panel of mentors like Mr. Vivek Kumar, who is one of the panel member. He is a consultant to us. He was instrumental in organizing this event, and he is also helping us in formulating business plan as well as drafting the proposal to the DIPP recognition.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
So
for all startups.
Right. So I think this is one. Then there are two other mentors like we have identified. One is BTech in mechanical engineering, other is MBA. So again, we are trying to create a panel of experts who have experience from the industry.
No, sir, I'm talking not of the full-time ones that you are employing.
No, these are not full-times.
Okay.
Detail-
So you should have a pool of at least 20-30 mentors.
Yes.
Who would be in their pool, and the startups can take advantage from them. They can connect with them, and whatever problem comes, these mentors from the industry or from the academia, they can they can avail the expertise of these people.
Yes, sir, we do have this group of mentors.
So right now it is very small, but we are actually trying to make it large. But again, as I said, that we have just started, so
Sure. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
But definitely we will take your help.
Krishnendu Das, representing CNA, and actually we had a family business. We are running the manufacture of agricultural spray. But the problem that is coming over here, the sprayer manufacturers are made of brushes. The price is on the higher side, so the farmers are not buying that. We find in this market is all coming by the plastics or the polythene one. But the one problem is there's not a single company in India. All are imported from Korea, not China product but Korea. But the two things are needed. If you concentrate on it, the spray that is being done, if the focus is tiny holes are more, I think the area could be covered more. I think the farmers can spray the spray can be on a larger area. There's a one point. And the next point, I've just seen since we stopped that manufacturing, we're on the service side, pesticides, because another problem, we have seen the plastics that is unbreakable. And if that being used instead of plastics, I think that could be helpful to the farmers for the long term. And two things there. One, how can you help in these matters? Because a lot of foreign currency is going out of India. See, the sanitations and this COVID is a great threat, because if any Indian companies come out with some collaborations. Thank you, sir.
So I think you mentioned 2 points, if I am correct. One is the design part of the spray or nozzle, which will actually increase the surface area coverage.
Right.
Second part is the material, right?
Materials.
It should be unbreakable. So first thing I would like to request all the participants, maybe if you can fill that form wherein you can specifically mention that problem. Then we will try to identify expert and get back to you. So definitely these are very important problems, and prima facie I think that you will definitely get some support from our host institute. Again, I am thinking that mechanical engineering would be one of the departments who can help, because this is a functional design. Second is that we have a department of chemical engineering, so that plastic part we can actually talk to them. So what we will do, when if we get a specific problem request from you, we will try to circulate among the faculty and the students, and let us see if somebody who is interested, then we will try to have arrangement with you. Definitely this can, but these two are very interesting problems, design and the material.
Yes. If it is non-breakable, I think the farmers can use it in the long term. Thank you, sir.
Actually, this is the biggest advantage that ISM, IIT, ISM is having. That
Exactly.
once the problem is recognized, they can circulate it to all the departments, as I mentioned, the 80 departments, and some problem, some solution will definitely be there.
So if you see that form, we have specifically mentioned what is the product and the area and what is the problem that we are facing. So because what happens, since the product is now becoming interdisciplinary, no particular branch of engineering can solve the entire problem. So part will be solved by one department, part of that will be solved by another department. But the uniqueness is that since we are acting as an interface or a gateway or a funnel, so it is just like a funnel whereby we will try to connect to. So again, we will try to connect with the concerned faculty or the mentorship, and then we will try to have association with it. But definitely this is a very interesting problem. If you share the details with me, I will request the concerned departments. But prima facie, I think this is doable. Because I recall that in IIT Kanpur also in 2004, there was a startup that was making these water jets. So again, they were actually making that jet that was designed in such a way that was microjet that could cut even the stone or the metal sheet with the help of force of the water. So the water was coming in such a high amount of force through the nozzle. So again, the design was the important part. So again, as I said, this could be doable.
Thank you.
And this will also depend on the material that is being used, because if chemical is having some property that could spread out in the environment, this is also, then that factor will also be taken into consideration while designing this product. But this is doable.
Hello sir, my name is Animesh. I have a media tech company. I have two questions about the incubation. How long is the tenure of the incubation that you're offering?
So tenure is again, it will range from 2 years.
2 years?
2 years.
And for the online one?
So online one, actually, again, this could be input from your side. What is the minimum period that you are looking? You can also give, because right now we are in the process of formulating policy for the virtual incubation, the online one. So again, you can give your suggestion. We will try to incorporate that thing, and we will. So we will try to formulate that policy for that virtual incubation. So you can definitely give your suggestion. So that is well.
One more question I have is that you mentioned that you also support with seed funding, etc. So that funding support is coming from IIT itself or something that will come from the partner?
Okay, so some seed funding is actually coming from the incubation center, but right now this will also depend on the availability part, right? So let us say if we have fund for giving the seed fund, we will definitely share it with the incubated company. So right now the amount is not very much, but definitely this is one of the agenda. We are trying to generate some of the funds to be given as a seed.
Okay, and can we connect with the venture capital firms through the incubation?
Sure. This is again one of the major function of the incubation center. We are again trying to make, as I mentioned, we are trying to create a panel. So one of the panel vertical would be venture capital and private equity. So again, as I said, as an individual, if you try to go to a venture capital, there might be some problems. But if you are channeled through the incubation center, definitely that will be an added advantage. But yes, definitely we are trying to, this is one of the top agenda, and we would be definitely introducing the incubated companies to the venture capital.
One more question I had about the talent pool. So in my company, we face this issue of proper talent acquisition. What kind of support we can get from IITSM in terms of technology, talent, or people who are in managerial skills, etc.?
Okay. So again, as I said, if you give a customized requirement, we will try to formulate a 10-hour, 20-hour course specifically in that area. but you have to give a proper problem statement that this is the skill that you are trying to do.
Okay.
Again, what we expect from any incubated company is that proper documentation of their requirements. Because once you articulate your requirements, we would be in a position to identify the relevant resources. So this is what we can say. That, but definitely this is a doable thing.
Sir, just a minute, I'm interrupting. Actually, I'm getting lots of messages that people want to see the recorded session of this program. So I would like to say all of you to please subscribe the YouTube channel of ACIC IIT ISM Foundation, and there the recorded video will be uploaded. Those who want the recorded video, please subscribe to the channel.
Okay, so I think this so I think it is a very good idea. You can actually see the video of this recording of this event. So even if there are questions, then you can contact us. Thank you all. So if there are no questions, then we can end this session. Right?
If the participants want to share their experience online or offline, please unmute yourself and you can share.
It's very helpful. I think there will something happen because of this event. Thanks a lot for everybody.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Abhijit.
So I think if there are no questions, then we can end this session. Thank you all for participating, both online and offline participants. And we look forward to start a new initiative. And I think I hand over to Dr. Akasha. Maybe if you can add and end this session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you to all the participants, our business consultant, our student coordinators, and CEO sir, most importantly, Director sir, Dheeraj sir, who were present in this session. I would like to thank everyone. And once again, I am requesting, if you are having any innovative idea, or if you are planning of a startup, please do contact us. We have shared the email ID of our CEO as well as our individual email IDs also. So you can contact us. Please don't hesitate in contacting us. Feel free, we will definitely revert back to you. Thank you all. Thank you once again.
Thank you.
So I would like to end this session.
Thank you.